Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suyin and I hope you enjoyed the previous video of me talking about how I invest in the US market, and we're gonna get into the section of the nitty-gritty to do with the fees and why I chose the particular brokerage that I talked about, which was TD Ameritrade. And yes, I know it is very weird that I chose it because I know that they are taking a long time to process the application, but at the same time I do like that it is commission free and also it is very reputable. And I have also learned some more information since the last video because I had a bunch of you who commented on the previous video talking about what brokerage that you use and why you use it as well. So let's get into the video. So this is often the most complex part when it comes to getting over the hurdle of choosing, because it is a lot of different options out there. So I find it really helpful if we narrow down the selection and we just compare it based on these few, because if we wanted to open up the gates, there are way too many brokerage houses to look at, and it's just gonna overcomplicate things, and there is such a thing as analysis paralysis, where we just have so many choices that we don't end up moving forward and making the decision. So something that doesn't need much decision making is hitting the like button, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm, and I really hope that you would help me share the videos so that more people can benefit from them. Do you like how I slid that in? So I'm learning from a few YouTubers on how they do that, and Graham Stephan is the master at doing this, and Andre Jick as well. They just slip in like this video or smash that like button, and I find it really funny. But it is a great reminder to everyone to hit the like button and comment below and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's look at the brokerages that I wanted to compare, and it is really down to these few of TD Ameritrade, IBKR Interactive Brokers through TradeStation Global. So that is the difference that we'll be looking at today. And there's Webull, and there's also Tiger Brokers, and of course I'll throw in Fund Supermart 1, FSM1, because I am currently using that while waiting for my TD Ameritrade application to go through. Okay, so I've created a table breakdown for you, and I will scoot over here to give you some space so that we can see the table. And as you can see, I have divided it into a number of different criteria set, which is mainly on the brokerage fee or commission fee that we are paying to trade per stock or per transaction. So some of these are talking about it in terms of per share basis, which is quite hard to grasp or quite hard to project out because we don't really know how many shares we're gonna buy. So I think something to keep into account is the minimums that are going to be charged, because we're gonna pay them anyway. So TD Ameritrade is the optimum because it is sitting at 0 commissions rate. And that's not to say that there are no fees whatsoever. There are going to be some fees, and I haven't taken that into account because I haven't really been able to use this to trade yet, so I cannot exactly talk about them. But I think some of the things that I can anticipate are the wiring fees, which is to transfer money into the TD Ameritrade account itself, because we're going to need money before we are able to buy the shares that we want to buy. And I am simply talking just purely on the US stock purchases basis, because if I were to go into detail of the other stock exchanges that are available, there is just way too many criteria to judge based off on, and I don't want to do that. So let's just stick to purchasing US stocks. So there is going to be an outgoing wire transfer fee of $25 when you transfer money out of TD Ameritrade, and this is, I guess, very straightforward because all brokerages just wants us to keep our money within their brokerage and trade often. So it really depends what kind of investor you are. If you want to trade often, if you want to withdraw money out often, you're going to need to choose a platform that suits you. And for me, TD Ameritrade will be quite suitable for me because I don't plan to put in money every single month into the brokerage account. So what I'm gonna do is to lump sum it, which means I will save up a huge bunch of money, then only will I transfer, so I can save on the bank transfer fees. And also I will do my best not to have to withdraw money out, and I'm investing for the long term. So that is the benefit of that. Then we're looking at interactive brokers, and interactive brokers actually has another variation to this brokerage account, which is to utilize TradeStation Global. So my friend or my ex-student Toby told me about this, and I think Z Invest also talked about it in one of the comments. And what we can do if you really want to use interactive brokers, which is quite advantageous as well, is to link it to a TradeStation Global platform, and then you can actually avoid the inactivity fees of $20 per month, which weighs very heavily on interactive brokers customers who have portfolios of less than 100,000 US dollars. So that is basically the most of us, right? Nobody that I know at least has 100,000 USD in their portfolio. I think that is amazing and will be really great to work towards in the long run. But you know, especially if we are just starting out, we're going to be paying a lot of money in inactivity fees. So what we can do is link it to TradeStation Global and pay a higher commission, which is let's see, I think TradeStation Global requires a minimum of $150 per transaction, and if I'm not mistaken, interactive brokers is $1 per transaction. I don't know, it is quite convoluted to understand IBKR for some reason, and I really welcome you to check out their website. I'll link it in the description bar down below so you can check it out yourself. But I think if you really want to go the interactive brokers route, link it to TradeStation Global, as you can skip on the inactivity fees, and if you have a pre-existing IBKR account, you can link it, and yeah, I hope that helps you. Okay, so we're moving on to Webull, and I've actually signed up for Webull. I tried to sign up on the web version, but what works for Malaysians here or people in the Southeast Asian, non-China, non-US region is to sign up with the mobile version. So you can do it on your phone or you can do it online on the web, but just click the mobile option, and the sign up process is very smooth and very simple, and my account got activated in less than 24 hours. So I was very impressed with the process. And some things that I'm not very sure about is whether it is owning a stock or are we owning CFD. So that is my homework to do. And if you know if it's a stock that we are buying or a CFD, maybe comment down below, because that will really help me, and yeah, it will really help everybody to know what we are actually getting ourselves into. So yeah, because I was very surprised that the process took so fast and it was super accessible. I will show you the process also in a later clip, or maybe right now. So yeah. So the thing with Webull is that they are also charging 0 commissions on all the markets that they are allowing us to access. However, the difference where the costs are involved is the wiring fees, and from the website I got that their wiring fees are more expensive, in the sense that when we deposit, they're going to charge us a fee of $12.50 US dollars, and when we are withdrawing outwards, they're going to charge us a fee of $45 US dollars. So well, I don't hope that is accurate. I hope it's cheaper than that, but if that's the case, then those are fees that we need to take into account of if we are looking to deposit or withdraw very often, because that is going to add up. The second last brokerage that I wanted to bring to your attention is Tiger Brokers, and Tiger Brokers is one of the more popular selection in the Southeast Asian region, especially in Singapore, because they are, I don't know, promoting a little bit more than usual, and I think their commission is $1.99 per trade, and they give us access to all different types of markets at different costs, but the US market is $1.99, and we are also able to access the Chinese market or through Hong Kong, and that was very interesting to me. And what I also liked about Tiger Brokers was that they are actually backed by Interactive Brokers and the commodity investor Jim Rogers. So I thought it was very interesting. They are a Chinese company, but very heavily endorsed by the international community, and yeah, just found that interesting and quite trustworthy. Their custodian bank is DBS in Singapore, so I think it is very cool to be able to track who are the backers and who is affiliated with these brokerages, because ultimately what we want to do is trust them for a long period of time and use them as a tool in our investment journeys, which are hopefully long, smooth, and very rewarding over the long period. Okay, so the last one that I'm going to talk about is Fund Supermart, which I am currently using. It is not the best, but it is doing the job right now, and it charges 880 minimum per transaction. And what else can I tell you about it? Yeah, I guess like it's pretty decent. It enables me to buy US stocks quite easily, and transferring money into Fund Supermart 1 is quite straightforward as well. I do it through Maybank, which is a local bank here in Malaysia, and the charges are not too bad. They are high, and I guess like people try to skirt these costs through using services such as TransferWise, but at the same time, you know, it's up to you how you want to go about transferring your money and what is most convenient for you. So I guess if you are a fan of getting the best deal, you can always look it up on how to go about it, but at the moment I'm just using a direct local bank transfer, and the money will pop up in the account within 2 to 3 business days, and then you can start investing your money with the platform. So I guess all in all, it's about really finding the brokerage that works for you, because what works for me might not be suitable or in the same line of preferences with you. So it's just a matter of finding out more about these brokerages and to see which one would actually float our boat. I guess another super bonus is that a lot of people were talking about Etoro, and they were asking questions about what I meant exactly. So how Etoro functions, they have quite a lot of benefits in the sense that they have fractional shares as well, and they also have this copy trade feature, which a lot of people like. I have my own opinions about that. I do think it is more advantageous for us to learn about the stock market if we really wanted to do copy trading, but I like that the options are there in that they also have value investors or long-term investors to copy from. And what else? Yes, I hear the interface is very easy to use. However, what I was referring to in that Etoro has interesting practices is that when you deposit money or when you withdraw money from Etoro, they are going through local bank accounts that are not like say a custodian bank or something like that. And they do this in order to avoid the wire transfer fees that we normally pay when we invest with an international broker. So that is the trade-off of like just putting money and receiving money from seemingly random bank accounts that I am not too comfortable with, so I don't choose to use Etoro for that reason, but I'm sure the people who choose it are happy to work through that situation. So yeah, I think I am still waiting for my TD Ameritrade brokerage account, and as you can tell, the application process is really long for the Singapore side, and yeah, I hope they can improve it because this is a super long process, and as you can tell from the Webull opening of the account, it can be done very quickly. So I guess that's the trade-off of being very fixed in wanting a TD Ameritrade account for the security, the sense of being able to trust this entity for the long run. And yeah, I guess I will keep you posted on when I actually get my account activated. So yeah, that's it from me today. I hope this video has been helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.